let's just start from the beginning. Let's start at the end. What was going through your mind there that last possession when they went down there to try to win the game?
You know, it just come up with that big stop, and our kids were able to do that. That ball, I think, bounced on their rim, 15, 20 different times, and fortunately it came out not through the net and on the other side. So, man, I'm so proud of these guys, especially two kids that have done it the right way all the way through. We got Parker Doherty and Peyton Baker. You know, these guys didn't play a whole lot of varsity ball. They played 3 years of JV and some freshman ball, and they don't complain. They come in, they work hard every single day, and they are an important part to this team. And for them to go out and get that trophy means a lot, and that's what it's all about. And the supporting cast with our juniors and sophomores and freshmen did an absolute great job tonight. It was a total team victory, and when we play good team basketball, and it was fun putting 79 points up on the scoreboard as well, coming from last night to where it was a tough grind-out game with Clearwater 38-34, and to turn around and kind of shooting contest. I believe Trevor, and I unofficial, I've heard two different, but I believe Trevor ended up with 31 points, and you know, Colin played an important part tonight for us, and so did Connor Phelps. Did a great job bringing the ball up all night long, you know, and that's great. You know, you can probably hear some of the players coming out of the locker room right now, and that's what it's all about. The locker rooms like that, you don't forget about.
It seemed to me like you guys were just playing so well the whole night, but it just seemed like Kingman just kept coming and coming and coming. I mean, we just couldn't shake them.
Yeah, they shot the ball tremendous. I know at half they had 8 threes, and the thing is, we're playing, man, we got a hand in the face. It's not a case of we're just sitting back in the zone saying, all right, we're packing the lane. We're playing pretty good defense, you know, the last 2 nights, and that's how good a shooters and how good a team Kingman is. And it's great to see those guys be able to smile, and we've had some battles already this year. I mean, if you think back in December, we lost by 30 to these guys. I mean, that's how much we've improved and how much these guys really bought in and understand everything. It's great.
Talk about that first quarter. You guys went on I think it was ended up being like an 11-0 run to start the game. How important was that now in the grand scheme of things?
It's huge. I remember being over here in the championship game where we didn't hardly even score the first half. So, you know, you got that going through your mind, some of the past things that have happened, and to come out the way the kids played, and just that mentality coming out and ready to play. That's the best part, seeing those guys follow through with the game plan and ready to play. You know, not just on the offensive side, but defensive side too, to hold them to 0. That's what I like more than scoring to 11. But the points always come. But defense does dictate for you on the offensive side.
You really, I mean, how long have you been coming over here? I mean, it's been 1978 the last time Wellington's won a Chaparral tournament, but I mean, it's been quite a while.
First 2 years we were over at the Blue Stem Classic, and then came over to Chaparral 1 year, and then we went out to Dodge City Tournament of Champions. So we've been off and on for a good 7-8 years on that side of it. So it's absolutely a great tournament. Mr. Henson does a super job over here, and you know, they feed the cheerleaders, feed the players, coaches before and after every game, and you know, a 3-point and a free throw contest, which you know, much further with Colin Richburger placing in it, and also Connor Phelps and the free throw side of it. And it's a neat experience for the kids. It really is.
Talk about the overall tournament. You kind of touched on the last 2 nights. Belle Plaine was a relatively easy win, and Clearwater, you guys grinded it out. And I think Trevor probably ended up being the leading scorer overall. Just talk about the team's performance through this whole week.
You know, we had to win every which way, and that part of it is the good thing. You know, we started off the tournament against Belle Plaine. Belle Plaine was kind of putting it to us. They were showing us what's going on, and you know, we didn't play very well. It wasn't the case. We were just kind of going through the motions, and you know, we were at halftime and said, hey, this is week to week to remember the rest of our lives, or we can sit here and pout and feel sorry for ourselves. And they came out the second half and had a great performance, and then last night defensively was just out of this world to hold a good Clearwater team to 10 points a half. So, and then overall 34 points. And then tonight, I mean, we won't talk a whole lot about defense, but we'll talk about the offensive side. But just winning every which way, that's the best. That's what's fun for these guys.
It was such a fun game to watch. I mean, when's the last time you scored 79 points? Is it? I mean, it's got to be a while.
Been a couple years, I'd say.
When was the last tournament championship? I mean, I guess Sub-State a couple of years ago. like mid-season tournament, I guess. Do you remember the last?
1978 for Wellington.
Really?
Cards. Yeah, it was over here.
Okay.
I don't believe we ever won over at the Blue Stem. I know since I've been coaching here, we didn't win over there. So
You won a couple of Kingman tournaments.
we've won a couple Kingman tournaments. You know, in the first 4 or 5 years with it, we were here. I was in Wellington. So,
But as far as mid-season,
mid-season, yeah, it hasn't happened. It might be since 1978, to be honest. So,
Okay.
but I know we came over here and then went up to Blue Stem for a while, and I don't recall Wellington ever winning the Blue Stem tournament. So, mid-season tournament chance.
Were
sounds
you
kinda
alive
nice.
live in '78?
Yeah, I sure was. Barely.
Barely.
I wasn't.
I was.
Anything else you want to say, Coach? I mean, you kind of touched on it. Probably a really fun locker room to be in after the game. Anything else?
Just glad for you guys, the fans, you know, the town of Wellington. It's a privilege to be able to coach these guys and have that opportunity to make the most of it. That's something special.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.